there are two separate issues there. The repairs is a fairly simple answer. There can be some complications, but typically if the repair is done in a fashion which leaves the premises in substantially the same condition as it was before the repair was required, then the owner is allowed to do that and probably would not need the association's permission. I say probably because you have to look at the declaration and a lot of times there are terms in there with architectural review committees. Those may be found in the rules and regulations as well, which talk about whether or not permission is needed. But certainly they could not, an association could not deny a reasonable repair when it would leave the condition of the premises in substantially the same condition that it was before the damage or the need for the repair occurred. Now, if you repair it in such a manner that it substantially changes the nature of the premises, then that becomes a problem, because obviously in these associations, uniformity is a big reason why people move into community associations. Now, on the second half of the question, when it comes to additions, then typically what you would have to do is to look into the declaration and the rules and regulations and kind of see what restrictions there are, and if you need to actually go through the process of going through the committee and getting board approval for any types of additions or changes. And typically the answer to that is yes, you're going to need to go through those to get permission for those additions. And they can restrict additions based upon language in their governing documents. If the language is not there, then it's tougher for them to do so. But they still could have the argument that it's a substantial change or material change to the kind of the overall nature of the community. And if that's the case, then a judge, very well based on the case law and the arbitration decisions that are currently out there, a judge certainly could deny such an addition. So it depends on the governing documents. It depends on the type of addition that is being requested. It depends on if it requires board approval, and then it depends on whether or not it would be considered a material change to the premises based upon the current nature of the community itself.